I just read it to you.
Yes, I'm coming there. What he's saying is that he has a different view on how this matter should be handled. And that's why he's proposing for a conclave of bringing all the leaders together so that they can be able to chart the way forward in which all the issues, we listen to the complaints that the youths have, the women have, the old generation have, so that at least we carry everybody on board, which is also our view, that at the end of the day we try as much as possible because we are actually representing Kenyans. If there is a clear matter that coming together can be able to address, and I think if there is a president that is very inclusive, is President William Samoei Ruto, because he was able to bring the leader of opposition. They are now working together amicably. The few teething problems you will expect, of course, with varying opinions, you will expect them to be there. But I'm telling you, the structure of the broad-based government is solid. And what I can tell you is that we can only add, we cannot subtract. So Makale Mulu should...
So if the structure of the broad-based government is...
May I finish?
Yes.
Makale Mulu should expect that from their team, we shall pick one or two to include on the broad-based so that we come even more broader.
We can only wish you well.
So there are conversations happening on the back channel.
You know, of course,
before I lose sight of what I wanted to say, just before we come to you, Honorable Makale, the Gen Zs are starkly denying, another conclave, another conversation. They take it to be just a cock and bull story, a shaggy dog story that we've had in this country. We don't have any new ideas, especially from the old political class. Just a moment.
Yes.
Yeah, because we've had dialogues before, and we've not had any discernible difference really coming to the public as far as the implementation of its dialogues is concerned. Right now, even you in the National Assembly, we have the NADCO report. For how long have we been talking about the NADCO report? Where is it even when looking at the traction of the NADCO report? Just a moment.
Yes.
Yeah, we had the BBI, it went down YouTubes as well. Nothing really happened before. We're telling us, can we dial back to the Bomas draft conversation? In this epoch of time that we're living in, things have really changed, right? And we know the issues. Why do we need to come on the table to ask, we want corruption to be stopped in this country, the heavy corruption that is happening, mismanagement of funds as it's happening. This will be the same issues that we're talking. The rule of law, police brutality. These are things that will be on that particular table. Why would we need a national conclave? And then we dedicate a lot of eye-popping figures in terms of steamrolling all this conversation when the country needs this money for the hospitals to actually steamroll the SHA that is a deficit of funds as well as we're speaking. Why?
Nepal.
How are we justifying that we need this conclave?
Nepal, you also agree with me when people meet and air out their views, that problem is half solved than bottling them up on their own and burning with it. Secondly, we are assuming that problems started with William Samoei Ruto. All these guys who are seeing the problems have been at the center of solving those problems. Kalonzo has been a vice president in Kenya. Rigiji Wamunyoro has been a vice president, a deputy president for that matter. Matiang'i has been the coordinator and supervisor of government. Who else? Martha Karua has been even minister for justice. All these fellows, at one point or another, have been in a situation where they can be able to sort issues. But issues were never resorted, and they are still there. What is happening is that, if I ask anybody who is so much complaining, what has the President, William Samoei Ruto, done that is so bad to a nearly of burning a country that all other successive governments did? What the problem is, we all appreciate Kenya has a big problem. And the big problem is it has been accumulating from 1963 up to today. So that in 1963, when we had zero debt, now we have around 12 trillion debt to manage. You can assume, by the way, where all the money that you collect as taxes cost to paying debts and recurrent expenditure. There is nothing for development. For you to do any development, you have to borrow.
Thank you.
So, and what the president was trying to do, because all these things was generated from Finance Bill 2024, what the president was saying, he had an agenda to make sure, tell our Kenyans, we need to tighten up our belt. The only way we can develop this country is to have a balanced budget in 3 years. But this by 2027, you have a balanced budget. What it means by a balanced budget is that what you generate and what you spend is balancing to zero. And that is where we are heading. And for us to be able to do that, we cannot go to a field, to Uhuru Park to pray so that the Almighty can bless us so that we can have a balanced budget. We have to be systematic. We have to tighten our belts. We have to generate our own taxes. And that is why the raft of taxes that were proposed in the Finance Bill 2024, which was amended to suit what the Gen Z wanted, is that it was meant to take us somewhere so that periodically we have a balanced budget. But Kenyans say no, we don't want to go that route. We want to just exist and borrow, and anything we do, we just borrow, and because you are a doctor, you try to administer a medicine, the patient refuses and refuses violently. So what do? And then the problems will persist. And when those problems persist, they start complaining to you that you are a fake doctor. You didn't sort this, you didn't sort this. And people are not listening when they are given the medicine to sort. So what we all agree is that the problems of Kenya has been there. They'll be continued being there. It is not that William Samoei Ruto started the problem. So he should not be sacrificed for problems that started.